In this video, I would like to tell you about my latest project, which I have been planning for about 2.5 years, as we moved into a house, or rather a townhouse. This is a project of 2 bathrooms, but in parallel, I would also like to talk about creative crises in this video. In general, if you open the definition on Wikipedia, it gives the following. A creative crisis is a state in which an author loses the ability to create new works or experience a creative slump. Honestly, maybe you will throw rotten tomatoes at me in the comments, but I think that creative crisis is just laziness and procrastination. After 2.5 years only now, I've started updating the textiles, finalizing the decor and stuff around the house. And so for the current moment, the bedroom has been minimally redesigned. Unfortunately, I won't have a photo or video before the redesign, but I will show in the next vlog how it looks now. By the way, one of the problems, I don't know what color palette to choose. Of course, I could choose white. White is universal color, but somehow I don't know, maybe you have some ideas. I also decided to put a dressing table and finally found a place for it and hung my art. About that in the next vlog. Back to the project idea, we have 2 bathrooms, one of which I'm going to show you today. This is a shower room, and I wanted to do a Linocut here. How brilliant an illustration of a shower room! I want to hang it on the wall and that it is visible both on the wall and when you look in the mirror, because it is a sad white tile wall. I created a sketch. Well, by the way, I created it quite quickly because I had a picture in my head during all these years of what it should look like. Now I will tell you more about why this sketch was created, what's the idea, then I'll come back to discuss the creative crisis. In this time, I haven't done sketches by hand by using pencil and paper. I studied work with Procreate because I have an idea in my head. The first one sketch and the second draft sketch. It hasn't finished yet. The first idea was to create a reverse perspective because I didn't want to use a geometrically right form. But after a while I decided to use a reverse perspective just in a several objects, not in a all one. The main idea is to catch the eye. On the next my vlog in several weeks, I'm going to show you what color, what painting I'll choose and how I print it and so on. Maybe to show the result, how I frame it and to put on the wall. Oh, and also I want to show you a suitcase of my treasures. A long time ago I bought a number of materials for Linocuts from United States. At the time, it was about 7 years ago. We have nothing at all in Belarus for Linocut. Well, there were only such knives for wood, of course, but we did not have any such rollers for paints, linoleum of such quality and other special knives for Linocut. By the way, my knives are disgusting anyway and I still can't find them in Belarus. And there are all sorts of previous prints for ceramics, for postcards, which I made before. I will go on vacation in October and my task is to look for normal knives in an art store in another country. About organizing a workstation for linocutting. Maybe I'm getting a little old at my 30. I can sit over a table and just cutting out. My neck gets terribly stiff. I think it would have been the same at 20 or 25 years, I'm not sure. So I was really glad I got a tabletop easel at some time in the past. To be honest, I've probably only used it twice. However, I have now experienced how handy it is for Linocut work. On the downside, it slides on the table and might I need to put something under it, but it doesn't hurt my neck. Also, organize yourself some good lighting. If you are doing Linocuts, please think about lighting on both sides, because your hand will be constantly turning around and you constantly have to cut out as small details. Back to the topic of creative crisis, why is it laziness and procrastination? Because if you love what you are doing and you don't ever know how to get started on something, your main task as a creator of something is to start doing it. It doesn't matter how high quality your first idea is. The first idea almost always sucks. You have to do a few ideas. Your main task is to get started. And when you start and you see some result, even if it sucks, you will want to improve it. You will improve it and you will just start to feel pleasure and desire to create one more. If it is an activity that you enjoy, you will want to keep doing it. You will want to work for the result. You will want to see your result to fall into the processes of creation. So I don't believe in the definition of creative crisis at all. And I know that, yes, I have moments when I had a hard time getting started. I have to straight up force myself to start, make myself through the force of it. But once I start, I'm so excited and I don't notice time passing. For example, even with the same Linocut, I fall into such a meditative processes that I don't notice that isn't evening and I have to go to pick up the baby at the kindergarten. What I'm getting at is that you are either doing the wrong activity if you are constantly in a creative crisis, or you are just lazy and procrastination. Sorry for that. Please write me what you think about creative crisis. If you had ever had one, I can say for myself that I had never experienced one. It may sound strange and pathetic, but it's true. I have a crisis when I just want to do everything at once, but I don't have time for it. But it's not a creative crisis. It's more of a crisis of wanting everything and all at once. Anyway, I'll really look forward to you thoughts on creative crisis, procrastination and laziness. Do you agree with me? Or will you throw tomatoes at me? Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.